exciting as this? It's the UK premiere of The Well. Lauren LaVera, we love you coming here. And of course, Federico Zampaglione, one of our favourite people. So, when he got hold of you to ask you to be in The Well, what was your initial reaction, Mum?
It's funny. Luckily, I check my DMs because I never check my DMs anymore. And I said his name out loud, and my husband, who is Italian, was like, "No way, Federico Zampaglione! Oh my gosh, you have to reach out. You have to reach back out." And I was like, "Okay." So I did immediately. And he told me about his idea of the script, and I loved the idea. So I was like, "Let's work together as soon as possible," and we did very quickly.
Was Lauren your only choice for the part?
Yeah, I mean, we love the idea to have Lauren in the movie. So, but I was giving compliments for Terrifier too. And so I was surprised when I saw her, answers on DM on Instagram. And wow, she's responding me. And so at that point, I took the chance to send the screenplay. And that was an incredible pleasure when she told us that she liked the film and she was, willing to do it. That was an incredible experience in Italy. She loves Italy. She has an Italian husband, so she's very, very, very into Italy. And we had a great time on set shooting this film.
What was your first initial reaction when you read the script, though? I mean, is it something that it's not Terrifier 2 or 3, for example? It is actually more of a gothic chiller. What did you think about it when you first read it?
I think that's why it was so appealing to me. I've never done anything like it, and it was very reminiscent of like Suspiria and stuff like that. And I really wanted to be a part of something that seems so traditional in horror. For me, it seems traditional. It's something I grew up watching and loving, and it was nice to have a complete 180, still in horror, but different from what I had just done. It still has gore, it still has all of those effects, which is lovely. However, I found the story to be very slow burning, gothic, and I really loved that, and I thought it was appealing.
What did you think of him as a director?
He was fantastic. He's so kind, truly so kind. And I got to spend time with his daughter, his lovely daughter Linda, who I fell in love with, and Claudia, who's amazing, and I got to also meet Giulia, who's his wife, and it felt like a family affair. So I was very fortunate to.
It was fun on the set.
It was. It
was like all of us, everyone was there. It was quite good fun.
Yeah.
Did you find it stressful? I mean, you're a good director, you've done loads of films, but I mean, what did you think about this? Was it easier for you to do?
Oh, it wasn't easy because, so many difficult scenes to do, especially the gory moments with a lot of effects. We have been on set, so you remember the struggles to make it on time. We had just 4 weeks to make a lot of things, but fortunately, Lauren and the rest of the cast was so great that we just went, for the kill, bang, and finish on time. That it was one of the best experiences of my life, because my dream was to make a gothic Italian horror film with a little bit of everything, a little bit of gore, something, a mystery, a little bit of black humor, left and right. I mean, we have all the elements that I love into the Italian horror.
I mean, Claudia, you mentioned Claudia. I mean, she's an Italian superstar. I mean, and your work together is really good in them. I know you haven't seen the film, unbelievably. But you can really see there's a bit of chemistry there. I mean, was it instant? Did you have to work at that? How was it?
No, we didn't have really much time at all to talk beforehand. I was already a fan. I love Claudia, and I felt myself having to catch myself because I was just truly listening to her in the scenes, and I was just watching her act, and it was a learning experience for me. I felt like she made me a better actor. So hopefully I get to work with her again in the future, because I really, really enjoyed my time with her.
I mean, you are the hottest scream queen of the moment. Is that something that you actually revel in? Do you like that?
I love horror. I grew up on horror. I don't feel that, I guess. I don't know. It's funny because I take out the trash and I'm like, scream queen. It's just it's not something that I don't think I've fully grasped yet. It's a lovely title to have. I just don't know if I feel it myself.
Now you're about to make, or you've just done some Terrifier 3. I know you can't talk about it, but what do you think? Just give us a bit of a sort of a flavour of it.
It's going to be bigger, badder, bloodier. It's just going to be a lot. Gosh, I was telling Damien the other day, because I had to do a lot of crying. Obviously, I'm always crying in these movies, and I was sweating the entire time. My body is stressed from it, and I was even telling my makeup artist today, Anna. She was like, "Do you really feel scared when you're doing this?" And I was like, "I think I'm just stressed, and I think it comes through as fear because my body doesn't know the difference." So. Yeah, I'm going to be filming it as soon as I land in the States right after this, so I don't have much time to breathe.
I mean, very few people actually, have dealt with the gore on the level that you've been dealing with within Terrifiers, and of course the Well. So it's actually quite extraordinary. I mean, you're getting a reputation for that as well, being in the most bloodiest movie it's ever made.
Yeah, and it's so sticky. I love it. I don't know how I got here. I'm just happy to be here.
And of course, you're also going to be famous for being the last person to act with Giovanni Lombardo Radice, who was like an Italian, hero for a lot of gore fans. So was that? I mean, the scene is very brief, of course, but it's really important.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering your memories of that.
He was so funny. He would like sing and dance in between takes. Like he was just he was like, he had his own one-man Broadway show in between takes. And I was just watching him cracking up. He made me so comfortable because I think I knew that I was in the presence of a legend. So I was a little nervous when I knew I'd be working with him that day, but he was just so easygoing, so silly. He was just such a silly man, which I loved. And I was devastated when I found out about his passing. But I'm so honored to have been able to work with him, like such an honor.
Did you just call him up, Federico?
Yeah.
Just say, would you be in the movie?
Yeah.
Was it as simple as that?
Let me read the script.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That was an incredible experience. He was very kind and gentle guy. We had a very nice talk on set, and I was very sad when I found out that he because he was. I mean,
it wasn't too
shape.
fun. It wasn't too long after the filming.
No, like 1 month,
Yeah.
maybe. And so I was surprised and shocked because we had a great time with him. A lot of talking, a lot of crazy stories that he told us about Lucio Fulci, legendary directors he worked with, and so that was very sad.
He went out doing one of the best scenes he could have possibly done. So.
Anyway, his personality in that scene is very heavy. I mean, you can feel the scene is short, kind of short and simple, but has a lot of importance in the film because it changes from that moment on. Everything changes, and he was a real horror superstar.
Last question. I mean, The Well is left open for a sequel. I know you don't want to talk about that, but could you do it? Will you do it? Do you want to do it?
Of course.
If they have me, I'll do it.
Thank you so much. Well, we're just about to go on stage to do the UK premiere of The Well. Lauren, again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Frightfest loves you.
I love
as you
being
will
here.
know. And Federico has been one of our biggest supporters ever. So thank you so much indeed. Federico, please.